interesting.
Hello! Hello! And welcome to this final boss fight live stream of D&D Rime of the Frostmaiden. My name is John, and I am joined by Jeff.
Egg.
Tanny.
Just egg.
Greetings, all.
Kiri.
G'day.
Sean.
Earth.
Yes.
I went for a much more continental.
Oof. Oof. And Richard.
Just egg.
Hello.
I apologise, I didn't mean to burp.
And we are back to play some more Rime of the Frostmaiden. We have no Queen Creeps this week because of Texas. Damn you, Texas.
I'm crying.
Fuck
all-
you, Texas.
I'm crying in the club right now.
Just blame
Crying
Texas.
burp.
Just Texas.
Blame Texas.
It's not blame Canada, it's blame Texas.
There you go.
So, at this point, I'd normally do a recap, but Jeff, you suggested a thing on Friday.
I did suggest a thing on Friday.
And you suggested I leave it up to you guys to do the recap.
Ooh.
Oh.
You asked for it, John. Well, we defeated the big bad evil and we completed the campaign.
This is the last session.
Yep.
Good night.
This is... Jeff, this is one of the reasons I don't let some people do a recap.
I think more along the lines of you nominate someone to do a recap.
Okay.
And you have more control over who doesn't do a recap.
Tanny? Tanny?
Can't even away.
That's not-
Oh.
What happened last time, Tanny?
Well, if my mind precedes me. Okay. So we all got together. I'm gonna go start from somewhat at the beginning. I'll say 3 teams met another bunch of other 3 teams. We talked to the Termalaine speaker, Chris Matthews. He said like, oh hey, there's something happening in the mines here. So it's closed down, but we need you to clean out the mines. Whereas Bren said, yeah, can you help me clean out the mines? So we went over there because we want big bucks. And we got in there, we found out there's some kobolds hanging out in there. So we killed a bit of kobolds. Went down a little bit more further, met 3 kobolds. One of them's called Trex. He's got like a really cool like paper draconic wings on him. He looked like he's some sort of roofy guy from that old Peter Pan movie with Robert Williams in it.
Rufio?
Rufio!
The one played by the voice actor
Dante
for Zuko?
Brasco?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dante Brasco?
Y'all know it. And they said like, oh hey, we just really want some peace and quiet. We're just trying to keep away from the cold because it's fucking cold out there. And
Oh, hell yes. I didn't know there was art.
yeah. And they said like, oh hey, basically there is somebody missing here. Like there's a human gone missing. But also we're missing somebody, and there's some really weird shit going on down somewhere. So help us. We're gonna go up and we'll meet you up there because apparently I think there was some agreement that we were gonna help them out anyway.
That pretty much covers it.
Did that make it easier?
There was
for
some
you
big
guys?
rats.
You did fight some big rats as well.
Yes.
Fine. Big rat.
Involved as well.
Some rats of unusual size. I still don't think they exist.
So, we come back and find you still stood, for the most part, on the edge of a rickety wooden walkway above a massive drop down into darkness that even those of you with dark vision cannot see down to the bottom of. There is a rope suspended between the 2 platforms with a bucket contraption on it, similar to the bucket lift that you used to get down from the 1st floor to the 2nd floor, that would allow you to cross over this chasm to the other side. What would you guys like to do?
Before we check down, because I know this is the tunnel where the old were.
John is my movement right now, so I'm assuming the next way is where Brim is. Just go forward down that way.
It's a dead end, I'm afraid.
Oh, dead end?
Aye. No other way besides over the rope.
Well, why don't we go back the way we came? Because didn't we have an option of going down that path that said not to go, that like where someone vanished? Like we've been there, we just decided to go this way.
Oh,
Yeah,
aye.
Instead of, because
Just-
there were footprints.
Someone's going to die going across a rope bucket thing over a chasm. That
If I do
someone is
remember-
going.
Tell me, what you say? There's a bucket contraption on this rope.
Yes.
Is there a mechanism for it to work?
Yes, there is.
Is it on this side?
1 moment.
If I do remember correctly, one of our party has wings.
There is a crank mounted
Well,
on either platform.
You're right. But they're T-posing in the corner.
Right. No,
Yeah,
my mistake.
It's a T-pose cardboard cutout at the moment.
Classic away from keyboard. I understand.
Snicket, there is a pulley contraption on either side of the rope bridge that would allow somebody on the platform to move it. Somebody in the bucket could, in theory, just pull on the ropes and also make the bucket move. It is large enough to hold, much the same as the bucket previously, one medium-sized creature or 2 small-sized creatures.
Well, I'm
Does
guessing.
it look in good repair?
Yeah, it looks
Wait. That's a minor detail.
looks reasonably well made. You can also, at this point, any of you with dark vision, which I think is most of you except Dax, maybe?
Right, I've got dark vision.
And
No.
well, obviously,
Somebody doesn't have
AJ
dark
doesn't.
vision. AJ doesn't have dark vision?
I do.
AJ doesn't have dark vision.
Everybody else, you can look up and you can see the bridge that you crossed over previously and the climbing gear that the 2 kobolds had been strapped into as they were attempting to work on that upper bridge that now just hangs empty as the 2 kobolds have been dealt with.
Well,
Guy's still falling.
Somewhere down
Wasn't he
there.
just fall? Yeah. He's
they're still falling in slow motion with mad
Yeah.
role playing around.
Great.
Can Dax propose a small huddle between our party that those other kobolds wouldn't be able to hear?
well
It's like,
the kobolds have left, haven't they?
Yeah,
Have
the,
they left?
the
Oh, right.
kobolds
Yeah, they
have
have left.
gone.
Going up.
They've gone.
Oh.
They've taken the rest of their colony back up to the surface to wait for us.
oh, okay,
Deal with
right.
Whatever's down here.
Because I just had an idea of someone being halfway across that rope bridge thing, and then the kobolds thinking, you know what? We don't like to look at these guys because they killed all our friends, and taking some drastic action. But if they've gone, I'm sure we'll be fine on this. This
I
bucket.
should be.
We're good. We're fine.
So who wants to get in the bucket?
I'll get in the bucket first.
Are we trying to see how deep the pit is? Are we trying to see that?
I
You've,
mean, we dropped a corpse down.
you've
it,
dropped
so-
several kobolds in.
Okay, bucket it is then.
You haven't heard
Hang
any
out
of
here
that.
just to see if he falls down again. Like it's like, it's just a cycle. He just keeps falling forever.
Ah! Ah!
Falling for 30 minutes.
Yeah. But I suppose we've got work to do.
Okay, Brim, you get in the bucket, and are you just going to sit there and let somebody crank it across, or are you going to pull yourself?
I mean, if no one immediately starts, I'll start like
I'm gonna start cranking. I'm gonna start cranking like crazy.
not like crazy, please.
Okay.
You suddenly just get motion sickness on a bucket.
With a bit of a jerk, Brim, the bucket starts to lurch forward over the gap.
Oh,
And it takes
easy now.
It takes about 6 seconds or so for the bucket to swing across and get to this side. And assuming there's kind of a clunk as it runs out of rope, assuming that Snicket doesn't stop.
Oh no, he wouldn't stop. He just keep going.
Yeah, there's a boom as it hits into the mechanism.
That's enough. I'm like, hey, I'm done.
Okay. Bring back.
Yeah.
Just maybe not as fast, eh?
You bring the bucket back across, and it
Looks at you like he has no idea what you're talking about.
I'm just not your top speed. Carefully, this is still mining equipment.
the bucket swings back across and clunks into this end.
Waiting for the next passenger.
I'll go in.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's me, isn't it?
You're gonna have to move me.
You'll have
once
to
again,
toss me.
Once again, frantically pumps the handle as hard as possible.
There's again
Gonna break it, Snicket.
a lurch and a boom,
Actually move.
and then
You're gonna let me actually move this, buddy.
Cherish.
No, you're not gonna let me.
Cherish pulls herself out of the bucket.
If it breaks, I fix it.
I'd prefer if you didn't break it in the first place.
Bring back. Well, I'm basically going to repeat this for whoever comes, whoever, for all the party going across, really. So.
So who else wishes to cross the rope contraption?
It's difficult. I'm not even gonna see the map very well, guys. I'm gonna have to watch the actual stream.
I'll go next, but I will explain very carefully to Snicket that it's more important to be consistent at a safe speed than as quick as possible.
Snicket, I will listen to what you say. I understand what you're saying, and I will ignore it anyway.
Dax, you climb into the bucket, and Snicket starts powering on the gear, and you just sort of fly across this gap and boom, slam into the walkway at the other side.
God damn it, Snicket!
Brings it back.
Thanks, just thinking.
AJ will go if everyone's going.
I feel at this point,
Get in.
we've got half the party over there so far, so I'm assuming we're all going.
Actually,
Just
AJ just flaps and
Yeah.
Yeah.
AJ, what?
who needs rope bucket when have wings?
just maybe not. It doesn't look like there's much over here. I say entering this part of the cavern to give people more room on the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch the stream, despite the fact it'll be a little bit delayed because I can't move. If I had a mouse, I wouldn't be able to properly move it, but it does not like it if you do the touch on the tablet.
Get in. I need a nickname.
Well, they're just saying it's no point.
Brim, as you enter
Aye.
this large room, or larger room, sparkling geodes greet you. The gems are partially exposed in places, sticking up from the walls like glassy shards. The floor raises near the eastern wall, leaving a natural ridge with stone ramps leading upwards on either end. If you had a miner's pick with you, you could.
I didn't pick mine up.
You could spend some time in here collecting geodes.
do I have?
Well, there's nothing in here.
Dax,
Mm.
I saw you enter the smaller room.
Yes, I wanted to have a look around there.
A fossilized
Order.
skull partially juts out of the east wall of this cave, 5 feet off the ground. The skull has larger than normal eye sockets, a curious ridge between the eyes, nothing that would pass for a nose, and 4 small holes where you would expect to see teeth.
How big was it?
About the size of a human skull.
Yeah.
The eye
I'm
sockets are
gonna
bigger
say-
than normal.
Does it look like it's been here for like thousands of years, or? I suppose it's been this is fossilized.
It's fossilized. So yeah, it's been here a while.
I am going to let everyone know there's a weird skull in here if anyone wants to have a look.
That's.
Skull gets in the bucket.
Hold on.
Send you across. No, just send you across.
I'd like to have a look at it, if you don't mind.
Pulls the bucket back and just sits in it and waits expectantly.
in looking at skull.
Okay.
Gets in bucket and waits expectantly.
AJ will go and pull the cranky thing.
I'm disappointed as it is going at a snail's pace. When I get over, does the whole contraption collapse?
No.
I'm
Thanks.
disappointed. I'm very disappointed.
Could I get, for anybody that wants to look at the skull,
Tears missing hand.
could I get an Arcana check?
Ooh. I am not very smart, but yes, you can have it.
Do I have Arcana? I have Arcana. I would like to make it. I would like to look at the thing. Not with that.
Oh, Sean. Oh, Brim. Oh, Dax.
Those are not very smart.
I got a 10. I got the highest.
Let's see if AJ...
My first dice roll and it whips.
Nope. Cherish?
Looks like
I hope this isn't a vitally important thing that we're all failing to see.
An Arcana, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rolling dice. Rolling. 10, 11.
It's a skull.
You know what? Why don't you just why don't you give it to me and I can I know a couple of people that would love
I
to.
have already picked it up and it's in my bag.
Oh, if you pick it up, it is embedded in the wall. And as you pull it from the wall, it shatters.
Ow!
I was afraid of that.
And as it falls apart,
He did it. He broke it.
there is a crystal shard where the brain would have been.
Can I take the crystal shard?
No, why would you touch it without gloves?
Yes, you can.
It's
And I'm also going to gather up all the bits of skull.
Okay.
And just,
Is it very much a shard? Like, is it where the brain is because someone's like hammered a shard into the brain, or does it just seem to have just been there?
You can't tell.
Mostly naturally, I don't know.
You don't know what the skull was, so...
other than it was very skull.
You can tell that there wasn't the damage to the skull as if somebody has hammered this into it. So if it was hammered in, it came through from the side you couldn't see.
Yes. Are there any more bones or skull things in this little chamber?
No.
Mm. Have you seen anything like this before, Brim? Because this is your mine.
It's not my mine. I'm a union operator.
Yes. Well,
well, it's a mine.
if it's anyone's, it's yours.
Right. Usually finds like this are reported, and there's an entire system to go through to figure out, what it was and what's in it, and now it's pieces and.
Yeah. You get experts who come in and like carefully excavate it and identify it, and
Usually, this part of the mine is not cordoned off, but mining activities usually stop around the area where it was found, and then experts carefully excavated museum, maybe, or it get shattered like that. Either way, happens.
Are there any stories of what creatures, would be living in this mine or cave?
Well, can I roll something to see if Brim has heard any stories?
You know that the mine shaft connects to the Underdark, and that creatures from there come up to the surface from time to time. It's difficult to say.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky that being so close to the Underdark, but honestly, it could have been. I haven't seen a skull like that myself, so could have been anything down there or up here. Or...
Is it like a normal, like a human-like or like humanoid-like skull then?
It had like big eye sockets, like bigger than a person.
And no nose.
Well, yeah, but no skulls have noses.
Yeah, but they normally have holes. It was like this one didn't have anything. Nothing.
Is that right? As in, like, it wasn't the fact that it was a hole where the nose would be.
Yeah, there was
the case for all.
nothing that would have passed for a nose.
And no teeth, apparently.
And no
Fewer
teeth.
Should have.
And there was 4 holes. I think it said 4 teeth.
4
and,
holes where the
a
teeth
thing-
would have been.
Yeah.
Or should
And
have
like
been.
there was something across the brow or where the nose would have been, like
A
a
curious
a-
ridge between the eyes.
Yeah.
Is there any way that I can roll to see what type this is?
You've already done
Maybe
that.
we might...
We already done. We don't know.
All of you failed.
Yeah, the Arcana
All of us failed.
check.
I'm sure I can describe it to someone, and maybe they'll know. But
All I need is a tube of glue. Shakes my back.
just hopefully not universal solvent, eh?
And there's nothing at the other side?
No, nothing.
Oh.
Sorry, apart from some geodes, which the miners also get, but none of us have a pick.
Right, stands back at the bucket, waiting for someone to get in.
Could I quickly try and sketch from memory the skull into my notebook?
AJ hops off and just sort of flaps in the middle of the space.
Cherish wants to go into that room that she's about to stand. That she's standing at the entrance to. Has anyone gone in there properly?
Yeah,
I have.
Brim had.
Go in the room.
And there's stuff in there, yeah.
It's just geodes.
You just see crystals like poking out of the walls, like geodes of crystals poking out of the walls.
I quickly call out Brim and said, so these geodes worth anything?
Depending on what they are, depending on the crystals that you get from them, sure, yeah. It's just we don't have I assume we don't have the equipment with us to mine it out. Take a bit of time.
I have a crowbar, a hammer, and some pythons. Could I use them to get one of them out? Get one of the geodes out?
You'd take some time to do it, but you can.
crystal shard that we found.
Yes.
Well, is the crystal shard that we found in the skull the same as, like, is it a geode?
It doesn't match
crystal.
the geodes.
Not to mention that geodes mostly look like rock from the outside anyway. So in a sense, the skull was a geode. Just only had the one crystal in it.
So, Snicket, do you want to spend some time to get a...
How much? Can I estimate how much time it would take?
You reckon with the equipment that you've got, it's going to take you slightly over an hour to get a crystal?
No,
How much would that crystal...
maybe-
Would it be worth your trouble?
Yeah.
Well, one, it would allow you to take a short rest.
Do we need it?
I don't need a short
Anybody-
rest.
I'm fine. I think, didn't Cherish take a few... Didn't some people accidentally shoot Cherish with some arrows last time.
Cherish and AJ are both a little bit unhealthy at the moment. Not massively
I'm not
hurt,
looking
but
good. I think I've lost like.
Cherish, you are at 9 hit points.
Yeah, my 9 out of 12, so 3. I've only got 3.
But
3 or more.
you don't know how expensive a geode like this would be.
Yeah. Also, just to
But
knock one out.
But it's shiny, it's glittery.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Cherish is feeling that. She'll want to grab
But you
it.
could
Valuable.
always come back later.
Yeah.
Naked, all that glitters is not gold because it's shiny.
Come back later. Happy
Does
come
not
back
mean
later.
it's fine. Yeah, you can come back later.
Who's getting him across?
But you can do it yourself.
AJ.
Yeah, you can get in it and just like pull on the ropes.
I'm going out of character. I'm going to relish the disappointment on Snicket's face.
I shall go in.
Okay, Cherish gets in the bucket.
I like the bucket. I go in the bucket.
Immediately starts pumping. Yep, that's it.
I'll go next, and I'll give Snicket like a warning look, which I'm assuming he's going to completely disregard.
I'm assuming
Oh,
he
yeah.
ignores
Oh, yeah.
entirely, yes.
Oh yeah, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, and I'm going to ignore it anyway. Brim
Hi, I'm in.
sends you across. Brings the bucket back. Gets in the bucket.
AJ goes to do it, but does Brim or Dax wish to?
But no, AJ's fine.
Okay.
No, I'm fine.
AJ pumps the
Again.
crank
Faster. You want
nice
faster.
and steadily.
And it still doesn't break.
Still doesn't break. It's
Oh.
well built.
I don't like how you're trying to break it.
Sean, if you carry on round the curve, I've now installed stairs.
Whee!
Oh.
Ooh.
Ooh. I like the way our reaction to this coming up the stairs is ooh. Oh. I do like how this mine is just like one way.
Yeah, they've been mining very consistently.
It's quite funny. Most mines are like that. Would you believe it?
Was it this floor that it was this way?
Yes.
The footsteps
Yeah, it
going,
was that way.
but not out.
I
Yeah,
can.
I'm gonna go ahead and wait here and let people who are much better at taking hits than me go first.
Yeah.
Can we listen down the corridor? Is that a thing we can do, or is it not worth doing it yet? Say we. My perception is rubbish.
I'll give a listen. I'll get a little bit closer.
And it's at this point I find out if this lift is working properly.
I'm gonna be real quick, guys.
Paris assumes the T-pose briefly.
Yay.
Ooh.
Don't
I have an option for a lift crank.
don't cliff the lick crank, it'll take you upstairs.
Gotcha.
Don't lift the lick crank.
Yeah, don't click the don't kick the lick cramp.
Yeah. Understood.
I can words.
If you want to make me a
Perception.
perception check.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I mean, you were due
can.
something after.
Yeah. After the 2.
As you turn this corner, you hear the sound of something sort of slithering. And Brim, as walk around that corner for a minute.
Sure.
You
Roll a save.
I'm going to be close behind.
You see,
no.
tucked away into the top of the cavern, floating just among the ridges at the top of the cavern, a weird creature, almost a brain with tentacles and a large hawk-like curved beak at the front.
I was afraid of this.
And it just sort of moves through the shadows at the top of the room, and you can just sort of pick it out.
I stop Snicket and the others from continuing. Put my finger up to my lips, and there's something in that room.
Is it something cool?
It's a bunch of tentacles on a brain with a beak for a mouth. So
It is cool.
I'm whispering to you right now.
And I'm whispering in awe.
I draw my legally distinct Bianca. I knew you'd get that.
Oh, okay.
So you've drawn Bianca.
Yeah, my legally distinct Bianca.
Right,
Bianca.
I can only see the...
B-Y-O-N-K.
Bianco.
What's one of them?
The crossbow.
Ah.
Right, just, I can only see the one right now. I don't know how many there are, but I only see the one. How do we want to do this?
Do I do stealth? I don't really do stealth.
I mean, we can't
Don't
just...
think The thing I can perhaps do if we want a bit of... if we want to see what's going on around the corner, there is something I can do. If we want to... and Dax reaches into his mouth and pulls out a tooth.
Just like right out of your jaw.
The tooth just...
What?
Dax reaches into his mouth and just seamlessly tugs, and a tooth comes out.
It doesn't even hurt. And I can...
I mean, it saves on dentists.
I will spend a moment making it what I need to make it, an eerie token, and then I can sort of throw it into the area we think this creature might have been, and then I can use remote viewing to see what's going on there.
I can...
So Brem, Dax just sort of walks past you and chucks a tooth into the room, and it...
Does the creature at all react to that?
Dax, could you make me a stealth check?
Yeah. I thought a tooth would be pretty stealthy.
It's also you moving up and throwing into the room. That I just want to see if it notices. Okay, pretty good chance.
Pretty good.
Is the room in darkness up to now?
It is in darkness.
How chaotic am I feeling?
Don't.
Oh.
Don't you dare.
Dax. Quietly you move up and throw the tooth, and it... And as soon as you get to the corner, the Grail spins round as if it sensed you somehow.
Oh.
And it's just... lets out a shriek, and its tentacles start writhing. And it's noticed you.
Oh.
Do we know?
Shit.
I want to be noticed on.
I'd like to try something. This creature is living in darkness. I want to pick up a stone from where I'm standing, get one of my tinker's tools out, touch the stone, and make it into a bright light to my magical tinkering feature.
Okay.
And try and blind it.
Okay.
throw it in there and try and blind it like a flashbang.
You hurl it in there, and it lights the room up very brightly, and you see this creature looking down at you, and you notice as you do this, it doesn't have eyes.
It's all of my also sense of noise.
I will make a note of, and I just write down somewhere, anywhere. Grills do not have. I write it on the wall. I get my pen out and write it on the wall next to you. Grills do not have eyes.
I take out another tooth, not to make it magic this time, and just throw it as far as I can, but so it's going to hit the ground and like roll and make a bit of a noise away from us.
It's noticed you now.
I'm sure I could have had other things other than a tooth I could have thrown, but
too late. It's time for initiative, I think.
It is
time.
1 second. I do want to just double check and look this up, because I know that there are other things than a tooth you can extract from yourself, Dax, and
it's hair. It's hair and nails.
Yes.
Are you like Kimimaru from Naruto?
I have no idea what any of those words meant. Including you, like.
Yes, you can remove a lock of your hair, one of your nails, or a tooth.
Yes.
So you got.
So if I'd done hair, that would have been silent, presumably.
Probably harder than front.
Yeah, this guy's got too much keratin on his toes.
That's what I was thinking. How do you throw a lock of hair? It's not going to go very well. I thought tooth was.
Well, if you wrap it in a hairband, it'll go quite far.
Could
you could probably throw
could I
a hand in
get
it.
initiatives?
Well,
While we discuss the ins and outs of
Hair throwing.
the aerodynamics of hair.
Whee!
Where's my initiative?
I'm currently looking at the wall that I wrote down. Grills do not have eyes on it. I wonder how I'm going to take it with me.
You
Initiative.
wrote on the wall?
I had to write it down. Grills do not have eyes. I had to write it down.
That's an obvious fact.
I got a 10, John.
A 10.
Yes, and now I've got it written down. Now I just need to take it with me.
Yeah, I do think
Write
that's
it
not.
on paper
not-
next time.
It's not a secret.
And now I've got it written down.
Okay, let's get some more accurate combat music going.
Fantastic.
I can't hear it. Sadly. Ah!
As it is AJ's turn.
Doing this one up. This one's
I
alright.
don't have to drop that guy and that'd be the end of it.
I just need to look up what AJ can do.
Be a tank.
AJ is going to move up to here, reach around the corner, and just touch Brim. And cast Heroism.
Ooh.
He's just gonna slap
So, I'll actually cast it as a public thing. You are immune from being frightened, and you gain temporary hit points equal to 3. You gain 3 temporary hit points at the start of your turn.
Fantastic.
So I will just mark you with empowered to remind us that you are heroic. And that is AJ's turn. Snicket.
I am going to come around the corner, and as I can't even see. Back up. Let me come up. There we go. About there, and I'm going to take out one of my glowing red darts. No, I'm going to take out a glowing blue dart, load it into my crossbow, touch it with the Tinker's tools to light the fuse, and Ray of Frost.
Ray of Frost that bitch.
17.
A 17 will hit.
Cool. He takes 3 points of cold damage, and his movement is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Nice.
And then I'm going to come back again.
The bolt just sails across the room, shatters against it, and you just see this burst of freezing energy wrap around the creature, and it just... and then it is its turn, and it is gonna fly 5, 10, 15, 20. And because it's been slowed, it gets to here.
Why just close down the thing?
Dax.
Okay. I'm going to move up to here.
Okay.
Oh, right. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yes. It did move closer.
Yes.
Yep. It would be a lot
and-
closer if not for the Ray of Frost.
I will cast Hex on it.
Okay. Remind me how your hex looks when you cast hex.
Oh, right. I make a little sign with my hands, and then a blue light shines from my hands, and then it goes onto that creature. It looks like it's been something's been transferred to it.
The blue light just runs across the surface of the growl.
I also need to pick one ability, and it gets disadvantage on ability checks.
Yes.
With that. So I'm going to say perception.
So that would be wisdom checks.
Wisdom, yes. So yes.
Okay.
Because I think if it's got no eyes, I might be able to. But that's a bonus action for Hex. So I will. I'm assuming is it above me, but in like melee range now.
It's within melee range.
Yes, I shall stab it with a sword.
Solid plan.
Yeah, all my plans are solid plans. If they don't work, that's very much the fault of someone else.
Okay.
So I'd draw a short sword, and
that will hit.
that will hit. Right. Damage. I press this damage button, don't
Yep.
I? That was one I rolled, but I also do some necrotic damage because of Hex.
So that's another D6, I believe.
Yes, D6. So,
That's better.
ooh,
Nice.
yeah. And then I'm going to stand very, very, very still, as if hoping it will not know I'm here.
Okay.
I did not realize it was so close, so near the front.
You run round the corner and are startled
Yeah.
as it's there. A blue glow flashes across it, and you draw your sword out, and it pulses with the blue glow as the sword slices into it. And then it is the turn of Brim. So at the top of the turn, you get 3 temporary hit points.
Perfect. I will adjust accordingly. That's exhaustion levels, that's inspiration, that's hit dice. Temp! There it is. 3. Perfect. That's a quarter of my health I've got.
It means a lot at lower levels.
Hi, it does. Right. I'm going to basically, I'm gonna. Can I? Would it be possible for me to maneuver around and through to get on the other side of the grell?
Yes.
Fantastic. Just move myself right here.
You just sort of tumble past Dax and underneath the tentacles of the growl.
Yeah, I imagine it's like a juke past, and then just like a rock star slide on both knees, just under, before popping back up and going to punch it.
Okay.
Love how my unarmed strikes are in my inventory. I find it's very funny.
My fists are here. That will hit.
Awesome.
You slide under the growl, you bring an uppercut up into it.
Still, 4 damage. And then my bonus action, I'm going to hit it for a second time.
Okay.
Or I'm not.
That one
Or I'm
won't
not.
hit him. Oh, actually, you're at advantage for this.
Oh!
I was about to say, are we because we're flanking it, but I wasn't sure of it being above us in a sense.
So if you hit the plus sign next to your attack there, it will roll again with advantage.
Oh!
Never mind.
Even worse.
Hello. Just do
That's
that.
fine. I'll take that. We take those.
You swing a second time and it just goes wide.
And then I'm just going to move here,
Okay.
or attempt to move there, just to let people, filter into the room.
Cherish.
Oh, I'm way back. Am I able to get to the guy? Get to the
Let's
creature?
find out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can sort of push into the corner here.
Oh, and hey, you're flanking.
And you're flanking now.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my great sword out then. Alright, let me see. Where is my great sword? That gives. Okay, so if I want to roll it, that's a strength, isn't it?
So for your great sword, Cherish, that
+5.
is a D20 plus 5
Got it. Here we go.
with advantage. So
Rolling. Oh, I'll get 2 of them out then. Oh. So, I had a 1 and I got a 17.
17 will hit.
17 plus
Plus 5.
22.
That will
22.
that will definitely hit.
And that is a 2d6 plus 3.
Yep.
Hang on, let me probably level that up. 4, 2, that is a 6.
So 9
9
in total.
Yeah. I can actually roll dice, guys.
So anything else on your turn? Any bonus actions you wish to take?
I don't think there's any bonus actions. I would like to do. I'll wait. I'll leave that. I'll leave that alone.
Okay.
But no. I'm all good.
And then finally, Carrion, as it should be, the wizard.
Here we go.
The wizard in the back.
The wizard in the back of the group.
5, 10. Hi.
No longer in the back of the group.
Just go. I can get a proper look at him. And
Better leave that on your head. I want these.
going, I feel, considering it's taken a decent amount of damage, I wanted to hold the dead.
Okay.
I believe it's a disadvantage for wisdom.
That is a wisdom ability check, not a saving
Yeah,
throw.
it's
That's poopy.
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
Very unlikely they're going to make a wisdom
Didn't.
ability check during their attack.
It did not make the save.
That's all right then. Will it roll the correct damage? No, it won't.
No.
Bella says hi, everybody.
Hi, Beller.
Just watch this be worse than 2. Or not? 5.
Okay. A loud bell rings out and the bell damages the growl.
and then 5, 10. Back to the back.
Oh, but the
AJ.
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 is going to... Can AJ see it from where AJ is? I believe AJ can.
I can.
AJ is going to dissonantly whisper at it.
You suck.
Yeah. You really suck. It
really does.
It really does suck.
Greatly.
Oh, I don't suck.
I have a beak, I can't.
Ooh, very nice. So, a failed save, it takes 3d6 and must immediately use its reaction, which is available, to move as far away as its speed allows.
Does this count as forced movement?
2, 3, 4, 5.
I believe it is force movement because it's not the creature's choice.
that mean we don't get attacks of opportunity?
One moment, I always forget this.
I think it's. I usually think it's
I think
forced movement as if you're pushed.
Yeah, like
or
some
teleported or something.
wind pushed it back, or
Yeah.
But in this case, the effect is for it to move away.
Yeah, which is like it's turning around and moving. The same as if it would try to turn around and move anyway.
So Dissonant Whispers does...
Fantastic.
let me double check this, because Jeremy... The movement in Dissonant Whispers can provoke opportunity attacks since it uses your reaction.
Fantastic.
So, yes.
that'll be 3 of us.
That's 3 attacks of opportunity as it turns around and flies away. And I'm going to put that in the rulings so that we remember.
Oh, no.
Nice. Rulings comes into play.
We take those.
And the music ramps up to reflect that.
Amazing.
Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
No, I'm assuming that. I'm assuming 11 misses.
11 unfortunately
11 hits.
does miss. Just. But the 24 does hit.
We've rolled. Yeah, that's 5 damage on that one.
Tanny. Are you there, Tanny?
I'm still here, yeah.
Can I get an attack of opportunity from you, please? Just a
Sure.
single attack.
Single.
Oh no, you're at advantage.
Am I still at advantage?
Yeah.
Shouldn't someone else be at advantage then?
Brim was at advantage, but
Okay.
there's really only
The
one.
5 and the 15.
The 15 will hit.
The 5 and the 15.
So 2d6 plus
20 in
3
total,
damage.
wasn't it? 2d6 plus 3. 6 and a 4. So that'd be 15 points of damage. Correctly? No. That'd be 13 points of damage. I apologise.
Okay. So, Snicket.
Yep. Come around the corner, and where's it gone? I'm gonna move up. I'm gonna move up into the room a bit actually. 1, 2. Try and tuck into here, this corner here, and yeah, take out a glowing red dart from my belt, float it up, light it, and fireball. 14.
That will hit.
Cool. Damage, and I'm going to use Fury of the Small to add an extra +1 to it, so that's 6 damage.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Nice.
Hit it. Goes up in flames, like match paper.
It just erupts in fire and just disintegrates. It had 1 hit point left.
And I look
Amazing.
at my crossbow. I look at the crossbow, and think, wow, did I do that? Starts cackling madly.
And I assume out of initiative.
We are out of initiative, yes.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
in.
check where that. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go in and check see what that that other end is.
I'm going to rummage through it to see if there's anything I can take.
Okay. A hole in the west side of this chamber opens into the central shaft, and you can hear the waterfall that plummets down. This is the same. If you look up, you can see the bottom of the bridges. If you look down, you can see the rope bridge contraption that you crossed.
So is that the ground level then?
So this is the mid tier of it.
Right.
You're looking in between the two places you've seen this from previously.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
The floor at the north end of the room is 5 feet higher than the southern end of the room, and there's a rocky ridge that separates them, a slope on either side leading up to the top ridge where Dax and Carrion are currently stood. The walls above the rocky ridge gleam with gem deposits. You can find nothing on the Grell.
I want to try and rip its beak off.
We do need that more or less intact as proof.
Question is, why was that in there though? Like, what was that Grell doing in there? Was it protecting something, or was it just casually just hanging out?
Well, no, the mine has problems with monsters from the Underdark every so often. So
do you think it might be coming out of that area, the whole bit?
If honestly, yeah, this isn't really anything new. Happens at least.
I want to go back to the lift crank and examine the lift crank.
Okay.
Don't you
What happens? It's
Last we saw. Okay.
I'm going to press the lift crank. Am I okay to press the lift crank?
If you wish to press the lift crank, you get in.
Hey!
You get in the bucket. You crank. And it takes you about a minute to crank up to the top floor.
And I look around and I crank back down again.
It takes you about a minute to crank back down again.
There's more
Right.
here.
Well, that's the way we came.
Yeah.
Is it?
Also, we should probably go something about.
Is it?
Uh,
It is the way that you came
Yeah.
into this place, Snicket.
Oh.
Could I move over to it and as Carrion is like trying to ruffle through what I assume is pockets and also try and take off the beak, could I just tie the its tentacles together to make it a little bit easier to carry, I guess?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have pockets. It was an aberration. It's a skull. It's a brain with a beak at the front and tentacles, so no clothing.
Well, yes, but
a beak.
Carrion wanted to know whatever was on it.
Carrion rips its beak off.
I was really hoping not to get blood on my nose this time.
Is it okay if I just do like an investigation for like any interest, like point of interest in that area?
Yep.
There's some gems up here.
Roll an investigation. There's a 4. Never mind. I don't see anything interested.
There's a waterfall. You just kind of get you just get entranced by looking at this waterfall that comes down from the river above and just disappears into darkness that you don't know how far down it is. You assume at some point it just hits into something. You can hear it cascading down, but
the stone I threw in here that lit up the place, I'm going to pick it up and just throw it down the shaft to see how far down it goes.
it disappears.
It falls for a few seconds and you hear a as it hits one of the kobolds that are still falling.
Poor kobolds. I'm going to go to the entrance and just keep an eye on it just in case if anybody comes over.
It just disappears into the darkness and is swallowed up by the darkness as it descends deeper than you can see.
Arian, would you like to help me get some of these gems off the ceiling? Or indeed anyone else, you know?
Ooh, gems. Oh, yes.
It'll be easier
I'm
if
just
we
gonna-
get.
I'm going to keep an eye on the entrance just in case.
Can I?
Can I say that I know that me and AJ both wanted gems as well, so I think AJ would be up for trying to get gems out of the wall.
Yeah, I imagine AJ would be up for that.
What? I
While-
imagine
while
we're
all
going to
this is
split this evenly amongst the group. Whatever, gems we get. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a scramble.
What does evenly?
If we get 4 gems, well, how many's in the party? Six.
Six.
Six, we get 1 each.
Could I start moving the corpse to the elevator and moving it towards the entrance of the mine, and also so I can grab my own pick and a hard hat and everything?
Yeah.
Actually, no, I already had my hard hat.
Okay, for those of you that spend an hour working the mine,
Dig.
could I get a D100 roll?
For all of us or just one of us?
For all of you.
27. Hard success.
I got a 45.
You all spend an hour working away at the mine wall, and at the end of that hour, actually AJ needs to roll.
Yes.
Ooh.
74.
You all come up empty.
Oh.
I didn't like about penalty is because I wasn't there. I was just guiding the entrance.
This is a dud mine. You should get your money back. Said to Brim. This is a dud mine. You should get your money back. There's nothing in this mine.
Just that we can't get them out.
You just haven't managed to get anything out of the...
Yeah. I know. I'm gonna have to find something else we can take.
You can spend another hour working at it if you wish.
Oh well, I don't know. I mean,
Have we gone onto the other side of that area yet?
Which other side?
So instead of going down where that big other hole is, where we met the kobolds, but that other direction, went to the other direction. Did we go there?
I'm unsure where you're meaning.
So where the location of that lift is, and we went down. If I'm right,
You
we
are
walked
currently
down
at the up. You are at the other direction now. You've just cleared it.
Yeah, I just want to know if we cleared the other side.
There were only
'Cause there
two
was two
sides.
other directions.
There was
Right.
There was the down where you met the kobolds and you went last time.
Yes.
And there is the up where you've gone this time.
Yeah.
There was no other way out of the room.
Can't even move it because I'm seeing another direction.
On the map on the stream.
On the map, yeah.
It's a dead end.
Right.
So you spend an hour working. If you wish to spend another, you can roll me D100s again.
I am going to take a couple of steps back, and I am going to fire a chromatic orb.
Oh,
what?
yep.
Did you tell anyone you were going to do this?
No.
I am going to. I've lost interest in trying to get the gems. I've given up on trying to get gems. I'm going to go back to where I wrote the note about Grell not having the eyes and try and hack that out of the wall so I can take it with me for my notes.
Okay.
That's. If I give you a piece of paper of mine that has the exact same thing on it, Can I just give you that?
Carrion, you draw back from the wall, you pull out a diamond, you spin the energy above it, and you hurl the energy into the wall. What type of energy is it?
I'm trying to determine what could be fire, acid, cold. I'm thinking thunder.
There is a loud as you hit this energy into the wall, and the wall shakes. Roll me the damage.
I am not helping if there's a cave in.
Yeah, Cherish is just too shocked. Wonder what's going on.
You can spend some more time working, and roll me a D100 with a plus 20.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. 108.
Okay.
Could Dax roll? Because he's there as well. Can he be trying? Or did Carrion's D100 count for everyone in a sense?
I'll let you be working on the same sort of. You're not prepared for the sudden explosion because he doesn't tell anybody about it.
Yeah, I definitely got that ringing in my ears, like the high pitched noise of.
I hear the explosion, and I start cackling at the fact there's an explosion, and slightly sad that I wasn't the one who made it.
Okay. Dax, you managed to extricate from the wall a pebble-sized tourmaline, which you can sell back in town.
Oh, I hadn't even heard of that before.
Carrion, you extract an acorn-sized, unflawed tourmaline.
Oh, yeah.
Which you can also sell back in town.
It's my shiny.
Well, it's the party's shiny.
My shiny.
Yeah, you're not going to see that anytime soon. It's just going to be...
AJ flaps over and just lands in oh, shiny.
Because there was an agreement made at the beginning of the mining operation that we would share everything.
We were selling, and if there was enough to split, I'm not going to cut it in half.
We sell it, and then we split the money along with the one I got.
You're not shiny.
You made an agreement.
I didn't say anything.
Mm.
You explained the sharing thing to Snicket. I didn't say a word.
It's very bad form. And I shall...
While still looking at him in the eye, I just slowly put the into my back.
Well, I'm happy to sell mine and share the money with the group, as was agreed.
Fantastic.
Don't understand. I want the shiny.
Well, I'm going to allow AJ another attempt.
I don't have the shiny.
AJ does not get anything with said attempt, but AJ had another go.
Seeing
You
this,
know what? I'm
Carrion.
going to give it a go. So I need to
Seeing
roll
this,
another
Carrion.
100, right?
Seeing this, Carrion will say to AJ, "I'll let you look at my one sometime."
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna knock one with the hilt of my sword.
I mean, you need to spend some time properly mining. You can't just like.
Yeah, she's only just a little bit to see if she can actually like knock one in the back of her hilt. She only got a 13, so she didn't do
didn't
it.
know anything.
She's just thought maybe one of them might be loose.
No.
She just like knocks one and says, "Nah, that's not what I
Does
did."
Cherish solve every problem with her great sword? Is that like, you need to open this jar, great sword. You need to kill a monster, great sword. Mining, great sword.
Nah. She's not always solving problems with great sword. She's solving problems with strength of her muscles.
My grandmother can't reach that jar on the top shelf. Great sword.
Are we done in these mines then? This feels like a job well done.
I'm assuming everything's all cleared up now.
You
Yeah, I feel like
you
we've
appear
cleared
to have
it.
cleared the mines.
We've not found any remains of the missing miner, have we?
No.
No.
Yeah, now you said it.
You
I mean,
Found
maybe
the thing that ate him.
maybe it's inside the Grell, but
Maybe we could like go through, like have it a once over and just see.
Already pretty much looked everywhere.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
explored everywhere there is. It's safe to say that either he is in the Grell or he fell in the hole that disappears down into darkness forever.
got a friend now.
Either way,
Yep.
it's unlikely he's alive.
Well, let's get back. Let's get back up, shall we?
Let's get up. We're gonna have a payday, payday, payday.
So, if you'd like to click the
I get to click the lift crank.
and I'll just move these people in that I control and
I will await some of the others. Or payday time to get the payday loans.
Oh, who are these people? We know these people.
these are the
Yeah, the
kobolds
kobolds.
you send back up to the surface.
Okay.
They're
cool,
friends. They're friends.
Well, acquaintances.
You know of them.
We are aware they exist.
You leave the mine and you spend a half hour trekking back to Termalaine.
I'm assuming Brim is carrying the Grell as we go. Am I correct in this assumption?
I believe so.
I help him if he needs the help.
As we go, I'm just going to be saying, what we should do as we go in to say that we've done it, we should kick the door in and throw the Grell in first.
Why? Now, why on earth would we give everyone in the blue clam a heart attack?
Because then it's dramatic. It's cool as fuck.
We're just trying to get paid.
Yeah, but then imagine how much oomph that gives us. I mean, you'll be like, we're the guys who came in and we threw the Grell in, and everyone's like, ah, and there'll probably be a couple of people who are like, oh, and swoon and fall over, and it'll be really cool.
You
I
need
open the door as normally as possible.
You need to turn your intensity down a bit, because this is a lot. You're up here.
Snicket, my friend. You are miles in the sky, and I need you back down here.
But
You're
wait,
talking to Carrion.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Never mind. Sorry.
Which I would have assumed it was Snicket as well, but it was.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. I would suggest coming in with a huge explosion behind us and not looking at it.
See, that's what I expected. No, Carrion, you're miles in the sky. I need you back down to your own height, please.
You head back to town.
I think we should have a little bit of just a celebration of it.
I'm not denying a celebration, but
we should do roleplay.
not to mention we're already dragging a corpse behind us. Like,
Sends a message that we can get shit done. That we're like, yeah, see what we did. It's like, it's real. It'll be cool. I guarantee it'll be cool.
I think we should just have this
has anyone
one.
ever told you about the art of subtlety?
No.
That explains so much.
But it sounds really dumb.
You're wearing 4 people's skulls.
Yeah. Steve, Dave, and Frank.
That's 3.
Okay.
That's
I just sort of tap him and I continue to drag.
The other one I found, I didn't know what name it was.
Is that the one you just got from the mine? Yeah.
No, that's in here. Shakes back.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
I think we should do it. Just say, like, yeah, we did it. Here's the thing. Make it more dramatic in ways, just to know that we're good.
See, I bet AJ thinks the same. I sure do. See, he's
Hey,
He would totally.
Anyway, money, things, rewards, shinies.
Yes. So we'll be taking it to that guy. What was his name? The local authority person.
Speaker Matthew.
Oris?
Oris Matthew.
Speaker Master.
Yeah. So yeah, should we take it? I'm assuming he's still in that tavern.
It's been a while. It's been a few hours, and if you head back to the Blue Clam, you find that he has returned to Town Hall.
See, it'll be even better if we do it in Town Hall.
I must say I'm far more comfortable doing it in Town Hall than I am in a nice tavern where people are having a quiet drink. I'm much more amenable to kicking in Town Hall.
Well, again, no, because why would we cause any? It'd be much more. I'll tell you what. You want dramatic? You bring him out, and then see him faint in the snow at the sight of the grill.
Can we make the grill explode?
No.
Not yet.
Oh,
It might be needed if he doesn't paint.
Yeah.
it really brightens up.
The Town Hall.
We drag it to the town hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
You arrive at Town Hall, and Speaker Matthew. Who goes in? Do you all go in and leave the grill just laying outside? Or...
We're bringing the grill in, surely.
Yeah.
Because like I push it for
All
like
of us.
our god is like going insane. God, don't cause for it. Like,
all of us
push
go in,
the actual
dragging.
thing.
All of us go in, pushing the grill.
Okay. Speaker Matthew stands up from his desk. What is that?
I tried to stop them. This is the monster that was proof monster. I did try and stop them.
I mean, such a knock. Like,
No.
I
No, who do you
Stray
think
away.
you're talking to?
well, the best chance you get, you drop this all in it.
I wanted to kick the door in and throw it in the room, but they wouldn't.
I appreciate
I talked them
that.
down from that.
But I'm just going to ask, would that made more of an impact on you?
Would have made more of an impact on the whole way down here, I think.
He's like, Karen is just pointing at Matthew.
Yes,
Matthew.
that would have
See,
made.
I
I don't know if it would have been a good impact, so I think in the long run, Brim is in the right.
I
Thank you.
think you're wrong personally, but
Well,
Thank you for clearing the mine and bringing its monster back to rot on my desk.
you
You're
can stuff
welcome.
it. You can stuff it and put it somewhere.
We'll have to verify that the mine is clear before we can pay you.
that's fine. Oh, also, 3 kobolds wishing to join the town.
Okay. You vouch for them, Brim?
I can.
They didn't kill us. Well, they didn't try.
Okay.
Just looking for a way out of the cold.
We're all looking for that. We'll have somebody go and verify that the mines have been cleared. I suggest you spend a couple of days in Termalaine. Just to...
A couple of days while you verify the mines are clear. A couple of days.
A day or two.
Are you going to pay for our expenses while in town?
3 of you live
Waiting. I don't live here.
Snicket starts thinking about I might need a new workshop.
Yeah, Snicket needs a new workshop. Damages incurred in.
We'll have you,
know,
put up in the east side.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's fair.
East side.
I'm gonna grab a drink, and I'm going to take. And I gesture to the grill that with me.
Thank you.
Completely unnecessary. No problem.
Maybe drop it in the mole.
People like bleeding and leaving bits and pieces of it just like on the floor. Like.
Oh, it's heavily
it's
burned.
rotting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine much of the wounds are cauterized. Ain't leaving nothing but ash.
What you gonna say? Leave nothing but ass.
He turns to the 3 kobolds and says, "We'll find you something to do. I think they're looking for waiting staff at the Blue Clam. Maybe you can work there for now. Tidying tables."
Wings? It's got wings? It's valuable,
They don't.
clean or something.
They don't work though, do they? They're made of wood.
Well, it's a good start.
You can make him fly. I can make him. I can make it work.
Trex, as you say this, like backs away from Snicket. No. We'll work at the Blue Clam. That's fine.
Snicket's already got big ideas about like gliders and flapping wings and things. You can see like he's itching with his pen. He needs to write stuff down.
Okay.
Are we going to head back to this tavern and get drunk?
I am. I'm also gonna drop the grill wherever the speaker told me, and then I'm gonna get drunk.
Once Brim's dropped the thing off, can we all pick it up again and take it somewhere else? Like
Get back to the we forgot this.
Not so much to frighten people, just like it's a cool trophy. I think they'll appreciate it.
You've already got the beak.
I pull it out of my bag and have it on my hand like a puppet.
If this was mod,
You wear the body like a hat.
If this was modern times, people would be taking selfies with that thing, right? Like standing over it, pretending to be scared.
What's happening is town people are standing over it, and there's like an artist in the back, like, drawing as quick as possibly.
Yeah.
She's gonna think, okay, this is random. I don't know what to do this. She's gonna turn to the speaker real quickly.
Okay.
And ask to wish to speak to him in private.
The 3 kobolds leave and head to the Blue Clam. Does the rest of the group head to the Blue Clam?
I do, at least.
Yeah. Blue Clam.
Carrion is going to stand in the room, staring at Speaker and Cherish.
You know what? She's gonna allow him to stay. He's like, I don't think he's gonna move, so I'm gonna.
AJ starts to leave and then looks back. It's like, are you two gonna meet us there?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I turn to the speaker. Speaker, I want to ask you a question real quick.
Okay. He steeples
see,
his fingers and leans forward.
So basically, my reason and purpose of being here is that I'm looking for a couple of people. I've already had a talk with one of your tavern owners, and they said nothing. I'm hoping that you might have a better eye on things. So, I'm looking for a woman. She is roughly like slightly my height, but slightly lower, I think. Blonde hair, green eyes. She's more likely probably wearing a cloak of sorts, and she's with a smaller person, a smaller tiefling, red, like a reddish with the green accent. I was wondering if you ever found anything with a description of that.
I can't say I remember anybody passing through Termalaine with that description, I'm afraid.
I see.
They are important to you?
Yes, they are.
If I hear of that description, I'll try to get word to you.
Can't find any word of description. Their names are Marigold and Kieran.
Okay.
Thank you. I shall leave you to your work.
Thank you.
And I leave, and I say, come on, Carrie, let's go.
I just wait.
I would imagine carrying like eating popcorn, like he's watching like a TV show, or like.
Yeah, he's pulled out a cheese sandwich out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's just been.
She just says, like, it's fine.
As you head back to the Blue Clam, those of you that, so not Carrion, not AJ, and not Cherish, the three of you that live in the 10 towns, Snicket, Brim, and Dax. Before you got this group together, before all of this heading out to the mine happened, you know that the local taverns were abuzz with news of recent murders. With the recent weather conditions, the eternal winter, howling wind, bitter cold, foul tempers, and snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose, a lot has been the buzz of taverns. But now the question has changed from, will summer ever return to Icewind Dale, to, will I be this killer's next victim? Nothing breeds fear and paranoia like a murderer with no face. 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. A halfling trapper in East Haven, a human shipbuilder in Targos, and 3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower in Bryn Shandar. Each victim was found with a dagger of ice through the heart. What connects these 3?
A dagger of ice through the heart, obviously.
Other than that.
I've solved it, guys.
A glass blower, a ship maker, and what was the third one?
A trapper.
Trapper.
The drunken lot huddled in the tavern as you enter the Blue Clam offers you no credible ideas. But sitting apart from them is an elderly shield dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose, who looks like she has something worth knowing. She's been smoking her pipe and eyeing you ever since you walked in.
Wait, I've seen this film.
Panties print.
Do we know this person?
Who is that person?
You don't recognize this person.
I'm looking up as I'm drawing plans for a working flapping wing system on the table.
Quick question. I just need to know, like, the information about the murder. Like, what just happened with the murder?
So there have been 3 cold-blooded murders in the past month. A halfling trapper in East Haven.
Hang on, let me... Okay. Blooded... Murders... happened in the past month.
A halfling trapper in East Haven.
Okay, halfling... Trapper.
Yep.
Okay, and East what? In East what?
East Haven.
East Haven. Okay.
A human shipbuilder.
Yep.
In Targos.
How do you spell that? T-A-R...
Gos.
Yeah, I thought so.
And 3 days ago, a
3 days ago.
a dwarven glassblower in Bryn Shandar.
Okay, a dual glass. Murdered.
Ice knife to the chest for all of them.
Dagger of ice
In-
through the heart.
How do you spell that word? Bryn Shandar.
Bryn.
B-R-Y-N.
Sha.
Yep.
Nder.
Ah. The cause of death?
Dagger of ice through the heart.
I feel like I'm taking notes for a murder investigation. Gotta spell through today.
So at about the time that Cherish and Carrion catch up the rest of you, this shield dwarf eyes you up and down.
I buy 2 drinks of just like the generic brew that I like.
Okay.
Whatever I like from here. And I go over to her table. I place one in front of her, place one in front of me. It says, "You've been eyeing me and my friends for a bit. Can I help you?"
Aye. You look like you could cause trouble.
Well, yes and no.
You look capable enough.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Again, yes and no.
My name is Hilnbane. Hill
How to spell that?
Trollbane. Spelling?
Yes. Spelling, please.
Oh.
Hill Trollbane.
Ah.
I have to get onto the chat, John.
Yes, you do. I've been looking into these murders.
Oh.
Call it a healthy mix of boredom and a sense of moral decency.
Hmm.
Is Cherish and Karen back at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's only Bryn that's gone over to speak to.
I'm guessing that he would share this with the rest of us very shortly afterwards.
I mean, I'd wave you over if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm coming over. I just
Yeah,
turned
Carrie Aaron
Brown,
is
like,
bobbing people out of the way because new friend.
You'll have to forgive some of my party.
If they can get
Hi, that's a really cool scar.
That will.
if they can get the job done.
Snicketus furiously making notes
Stop
on the
table again.
on the table.
I just stare at her, just like eyeing her up, making sure she's not going to cause any trouble for us.
These 3 murders
So you were saying about these murders?
have 2 things in common. Other than the daggers.
I was about to say.
No, one other thing in the comments.
First of all,
They're all dead.
Don't act smart.
yes, Snicket, that is why we are investigating murders rather than an unpleasant telling off.
Quickly roll an investigation to see if there's any point of interest on her.
Insight, you mean?
Or insight.
Character portrait. This is Sherlock Holmes thing.
First of all 3 victims reportedly came from towns that sacrificed to Auril. You never know, that may have something to do with it.
Right.
Sacrifice people to Oral?
Yes.
Lotteries.
Yeah. And the person chosen is sacrificed.
Second,
No.
Found out recently myself.
Second, all 3 murders happened while the travelling merchant company Torgs was in town.
Torg.
Yes, Torg.
Awesome, got it right.
I know because I make a habit of keeping track of where Torga Icevein.
So murder happens during the time that a merchant has happened. The name of Torg the merchant has been around.
The travelling merchant company Torgs was in town. It is owned by Torga Icevein. I make a habit of keeping track of where Torga Icevein, the owner of Torgs, goes. Always causing trouble, that one.
Murder happened
why'd you do
Torg
that?
Icevein and company.
Always causing trouble, that one. I don't know who's doing the murders, but I bet me pa's beard it's got something to do with those lotteries, and that scoundrel Torga and her thieving caravan.
Well,
Yes.
sorry, no, continue.
I will pay you 100 gold pieces to ascertain the suspect and deal with him or her, preferably without involving the authorities.
If those towns sacrifice people to Oral and these people were killed, surely that's the point? That's how that works?
No, they weren't the ones who drew from the lottery.
This is
And
not
there's
how
like
the
a proper
sacrifice
fake-
works.
They don't just go up and stab someone. There's a whole show.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming there's a particular reason why some of them would be. So it's not just randomly drawn lottery. I'm assuming something has caused them to do that.
Well, the lottery is random. You put your name in and it gets drawn out. At least supposedly.
Well, maybe you don't put your name in. Does that break the system?
No, but I'm
If you're
assuming
in the town on the
I'm,
5th.
I'm assuming there is no putting your name in. You're just, if you live in the town, you get your name called.
Aye.
Assuming.
When the job is done, return to me to collect your money.
Right.
Can I roll an insight, please,
Do you-
of this person? Because I really want to roll an insight on this guy.
Yeah?
This lady. Yep, so insight. Oh god, I got a -1 on my insight. Thanks, wisdom. I'm afraid that it's a 2, so I'm just gonna believe her.
She's difficult to read. She has spent a long time working in fields where hiding your true intentions is very important. And so you can't get a read on her.
Just to make it clear for the entire party, do you want them caught alive, preferably?
I want them dealt with.
Dealt with.
Determined with death.
Understood.
Ensure that they cannot continue.
Kill again. Aye. Snicket,
Hello. Yes. Yeah.
you can pack the big explosives this time.
Woo!
Ideally, don't
I have-
involve the authorities.
Gets up from the table.
Ideally.
Gets up from the table and runs from. And you see on the table just like a diagram of flapping wings.
Trollbane,
Table.
was it your name?
Aye.
I have a number of questions. First, was Trollbane your name you were born with, or have you earned that name?
No, I'm from the proud Trollbane family.
Ah,
Good stock.
I also have a question as well. So, this Torga guy, this Icevane Torga Icevane guy, when's the last time you've seen him? When was the last location that you've...
Her.
Oh, her. My apologies. When's the last location you've heard of this woman?
The last place. Well, she was in Bryn Shandar 3 days ago.
Right. So that's where... Yeah.
So,
Do you know-
Bryn Shandar? Sound like Bryn Shandar is the first place to start?
well.
Do you know? Sorry. No, go ahead.
Sorry. 1 second here, Trollbane. Are you asking us to kill Icevane,
No.
or are you asking us to ascertain who is guilty?
I am asking you to ascertain who is guilty and kill them.
And
No.
then kill them? And then kill them.
I think the best way to see if... Just based... I'm assuming it would be the best way is to see from the distance if they are causing the murders. And if they are, then maybe to deal with them. If not, find out who is doing it.
So we follow them and wait for them to kill somebody.
Do you know where Torga was headed?
Torga, after leaving Bryn Shandar, is likely heading to. 1 second, I have a thing for this.
And does Khajiit have many fine wear?
The Khajiit is a different voice, apparently. I would suggest that you start this investigation in Targos.
Havos.
Targos.
Targos.
Right. Okay.
How old? So the
Why Targos?
second murder then.
Why Targos?
Targos is
Wait, Targos.
4 hours from here.
Easiest to get to.
My guess is she's probably going for the next major city where they held those things.
Likely after leaving Bryn Shandar, they would head back through Targos and head up to Caer Konig.
Right.
How do you spell that, please? I have to go in the thingy. I've got to go in the thing.
Caer Konig.
It's like Kaer Morhen, but you know.
Yeah.
Trollbane, what is your profession?
I used to be a bounty hunter.
And what are you now?
A bored individual who used to be a bounty hunter.
Someone who's hiring.
Yeah, but they have 100 gold to spend on murders.
I used to be a very
To solve
good
murders.
bounty hunter.
When you were a bounty hunter, and if you'd been approached with this, would it seem at all suspicious to you?
Depends who approached.
And why don't you want the authorities involved?
They'll only mess it up.
ropes them, and they'll manage to find a way to get away with it. I do have another few questions for you, if that's all right. My question is, you say they are they're basically a traveling merchant of sorts. In what kind of way do they sell? And why do you think it? And what do you think it would be? Like, and how is it connected to the last 3 murders?
Well, I mean, how is it connected?
And why do you think it's connected?
They all were in the same town.
It's coincidence, but one that's getting a little more traction.
Yeah, I just want to know about I know they're a traveling merchant, but what do they sell? Like, what's caused them?
They sell.
I'm just saying, like, maybe they owed them money or something, and it didn't happen.
Cut wood, flint and tinder, whale oil, supplies.
Oh,
Just
crap.
randoms.
Supplies that towns around these parts need.
So essential supplies.
Yes.
That's pretty odd. Okay, so that makes me one question to why they wanted to kill. Basically, I'm going to quotate it as in, what is it? Why is that's not the major reason why they want to kill him? Because I would have thought, like, if they're doing some other kind of.
If we don't know they're the ones that are killing them though.
Yeah, and they're just probably.
I bet me pa's beard that someone there is involved.
The first thing we can do is ask.
How do you know Torga well in some way? That's my next question. Like, do you know her in some way? Like,
I have a
have you
professional
ever dealt with her?
relationship with her.
So it's a history that you've had with her,
I keep an
whether
eye
it's to do
on
with
her.
business or. So she has dealt with crime before.
She has. Yes, a lot of her goods that she sells are fenced, stolen. She's disreputable. She marks up the prices.
But then,
That's economic.
why kill people in the towns where she moves her wares? Surely that's going
Yeah.
to stop moving your wares in that town.
She doesn't work alone.
So we're not just she's not the target we're looking for. It's someone within the company that could potentially be the one calling it.
Aye.
I don't know who is doing it. Her caravans are there. It is a coincidence, maybe, but 3 makes a pattern.
Are you aware of anyone else besides Torga in the group? Is she? Do you know anyone else besides Torga
I don't
in that
have
group of merchants?
I don't have an extensive list of the people that work for her, no.
No, nothing about, not even a description of who they are.
No, I'm afraid.
Just the only one person. No, that's fine. Just. Okay.
Does any or more of your inquisitive group have questions?
How did you get your scar?
I zigged
Less.
when I should have zagged.
I sometimes dupe instead of duping.
Then you will know how this goes.
Yeah.
Trollbane, killing people with a dagger made of ice seems like that's sending a message. Like that's someone who wants to know it's the same person committing all these murders, or at least the same organization.
It's also kind of smart if they did it with, not that the ice melted in time.
Yeah, how do they know it's a dagger made of ice? Ice would melt, surely.
Not if it's still there.
Gestures at the window.
It is very cold outside.
It's a bit. Yes, it is a bit nippy.
So yeah, it seems like it is not discreet.
It is a
It is
message.
very.
Well, I think it's best that we go over there and see the situation and see what we think of.
Deal with any business that you have left in town.
Trollbane, I have one last question for you, and I'm sort of gonna really look into her eyes and say, like, Are we going to end up in a lot of trouble with the authorities on DNA or other powerful people for getting involved in this?
If you are found out murdering someone in a town, maybe. I trust you can be discreet.
I have on board. Very, very pertinent, very important question. If you just killed a Grell, would you kick the door open and throw it in to make an investigation?
Maybe in my younger days, yes.
See?
I quickly grew out of that, but
But it was cool when you did it. It was cool when you did it, right?
I have a follow-up question for that. Did you do it on your first job?
I can't remember. Possibly. May not have worked for that person again for a while.
Yeah, but it sent a message. Then they turned back to you eventually. Yeah.
And once we've done this work, we return to you for payment.
Yes.
Why shouldn't I personally feel we should get an advance of some sort?
Make me a persuasion check. Okay.
I'm hoping it's coming through.
I've seen the dice. Let me see what added up.
Yeah, for some reason it's not come onto the chat window.
There it is.
There we go.
Yep.
We persuaded it to get there. I will 40 gold pieces up front.
That sounds more than acceptable.
Discreetly deal with this.
Of course.
And we would expect discretion in return.
We never met. And she places a bag down on the table, and you can hear it clink with gold pieces inside.
That'll be 6 gold each with 4 left over.
Something of a party fund.
Yes, I have that gem to add to a party fund as well.
Okay. You spend the evening at the Blue Clam getting inebriated.
Mm-hmm.
You are...
I don't.
Okay. Those of you that partake in alcoholic beverages spend the time in the Blue Clam getting inebriated.
Drawing all over all the tables. And
Cherish, you spend the time in the Blue Clam drinking whatever it is that Cherish drinks.
She just drinks sensibly. She just keep an eye out the folks like she's just met. She just want to make sure that those people are gonna help her. If she can get help from them, she can help them.
You, at some point in the evening, you head back to the other side of town, to the east side, where there are 3 rooms in the name of the speaker set aside for you.
I look at all the bare walls and ceiling and floor.
I also quickly go to the tavern. I ask the same question to the owner.
Okay. She also has not heard.
Right.
Cherish asked us, the people who live in the area.
I think she would at some point. She probably would do it early in the morning. Like, she just want to know the people and then just do it.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to check because I was wondering if there was something there we could help her with.
She was being a little bit discreet, but she was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to ask him because some of these guys are pretty much like very known to this area. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably say I'll do it. I'll ask him in the morning.
Do you do this like you let everybody else into the rooms and then you ask, like you stay back and ask this person?
No, I do the same. Yeah, I do that.
Okay. As you turn away and leave, having been told that Marta doesn't remember these people, hasn't heard of these people, a bundled up figure walks briskly up to you. Well met. It seems you lot are... You're the talk of the town. You're looking for work or trouble. I might have something for you.
Who's asking?
This is to Cherish.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Depends on asking. We've already got someone who's asking for us as well. What's your
My name is Danica Greysteel.
Danica Greysteel.
And as she comes into the entrance of the east side, she draws back her hood and you can see slightly elven ears.
Right.
Not the full point, but at least half elf. Have you ever heard of a wee little elemental spirit known as the Chewinga?
Well, I can roll. Can I roll for
roll
that
me an
one?
Arcana check.
Okay, my Arcana is a +1. Oh, good. Make sure it's on the battle. I got a 17, so 16 + 1, 17.
You would have heard of Chewinga. They're small nature spirits.
Yeah, I've seen
they
this
show
in
up
my
and
past.
make mischief in places.
Yeah, Cherish say, yeah, I'm familiar with the Chewingas.
I believe that they are, I believe they might be the key to improving the climate in Icewind Dale. They're known to inhabit the area and have the ability to alter their natural surroundings. I think I could learn a lot by studying them up close. I'd be willing to offer you and your travelling companions 25 gold and a lantern of tracking elementals. If you could locate, if you could locate a town with Chewinga in it.
Well, I'll see what I can do. Well, I know with the Arcana roll, I'm assuming that'll be a bit difficult to catch.
You know that
they're difficult.
They are
catch
difficult to find.
Yeah.
I've looked all over Termalaine. I know they're not here. You might have better luck if you're travelling to other settlements. I'd continue
Well, that is true.
I'd continue the search myself, but I'm nervous about venturing out into the cold, and I have I have other research-related chores to be getting along with. But you if you are travelling around, you might have better luck finding them.
Well, I'll see what I can do. If I find, well, we are going to be going out to other settlements. If I find one, I'll find a way to get one back.
She pulls out a lantern, like a hooded lantern. If you're going to do this, this will be of assistance to you.
Okay. I'll try not to break it.
And she hands you a lantern of tracking elementals.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm going to put that as my purple colour item as well.
Which I will give observer status to everyone on the thing. If you look at the items column, you will see that the Lantern of Tracking Elementals is a hooded lantern that burns for 6 hours on a pint of oil, shedding a bright light in a 30-foot radius and a dim light in a additional 30-foot radius, aka it's a hooded lantern.
Cool.
If you are within 300 feet of any creature of the elemental type, the flame turns a bright green. It doesn't pinpoint the creature, but it does let you know when you're within 300 feet of one.
I see. Got it.
Cool.
I've got that noted.
And also, if I remember correctly, I can do this in the quest lines.
Cherish will quickly ask, say, are you a local here in this town?
Yes, I'll be in the Blue Clam each evening if you've managed to find one. I'll be there if you manage to find them, and then I'll pay you the rest of the reward.
Fair enough. And what was the reward again, out of character, John?
25 gold pieces.
Each, or just
to the group?
all together? Got it. Well, we'll try our best, and we'll take it there. I'm assuming we'll head to the rooms, I guess.
So if you would be so kind as to tap on the journal entries segment, which is the
quest
bookmark on the side, you should see the quest guide opening up and now giving you your subquests.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming we've done the beautiful mind, so that can be ticked off, right?
Well, that is just waiting for payment.
Oh, we didn't even get the payment, did we?
Not yet.
No.
We need to wait a day.
Need to wait for
Alright,
it.
got it.
I negotiated us free accommodation whilst.
What's got the Chewinga wrong? I've got to get rid of the A. There we go. Chewinga.
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 Okay. You spend the night in the comfortable East Side Tavern.
I spent mine at home.
Or at home, depending on if you lived in the town and decided to stay there.
So who was actually in the East?
Oh,
side?
I was in the tavern. I went into the tavern. I need a new place to. I need to get a new workshop. I blew up my last one.
AJ would be there.
I was staying in the inside because I don't so much have a home in any particular place. I just travel around the towns.
Yeah, just so I'm aware of it. Who was actually there?
So basically, everybody but Brim.
Yeah. Who we all talk about. When
We
he's
all
not there.
have a whale of a time.
Yeah.
He's not.
Who amongst you wakes up the first?
I will.
I would
If
say
not
I'll
the first, then close after it.
Yeah, I'd be awake fairly early. I'd be making notes. I'll be making my notes.
Okay.
over all the walls and over all the walls and the bed sheets and the bed and everything.
So obviously that's what Snicket's up to. Cherish, what is what is your morning routine? What does your morning routine consist of?
I will say that she would go down and have her breakfast.
Okay.
And basically just I think she'll just like get like a book out, just do a bit of reading, just wait for everyone else to come down. Looking out the window, expecting to see if she can find somebody that she knows familiar of. I'm also going to quickly just note something down to you as well through Discord GMs as well, John.
Okay.
I would say Snicket comes down to breakfast and he's dragging his bed sheets with him, and his bed sheets are just covered with blueprints and notes upon notes and blueprints and sketches upon sketches.
As you come into the breakfast room, Marta, the willowy teenager that runs the inn, looks up, sees that it was you that got put in the speaker's room, and just kind of face palms. Yes, fine, Snicket.
Thank you.
Do you want your usual for breakfast?
Oh, yes, please.
I've prepared it for you the last 3 times you blew up your... And she goes and starts cooking the breakfast.
I love it.
Carrion and Dax, and does Brim come back to the tavern for breakfast?
Yes, I do.
There we go, I sent you something to you, John.
Okay.
Just gotta find the pin message button real quick as well.
Dax and Carrion, who comes down for breakfast next, or do you both come down about the same time?
Well, Dax doesn't really believe in the concept of marking time, so he could be early, he could be late, could be exactly on time.
Precisely when he means to.
Yeah. When he wakes up, he'll go and get some food.
Okay.
I feel Carrion would probably be
I'm going to say AJ comes down with Carrion.
fine.
Just because at some point AJ's got to show up. Carrion and AJ. Could I get a perception check?
Perception. Yeah.
Cool. Also, anyone that needed it, by the way, mark a long rest.
Hey.
Perception. Okay. You both,
Perfect.
Carrion and AJ, wander past the kitchen as you're coming down, and you're chatting amongst yourselves about something.
I'm just saying it would have sent a good message, is all.
I don't disagree. It's all about branding.
Exactly.
And you hear Marta in the kitchen, icon word.
Kitching.
Kitching,
Yeah, kitchen.
doing some cooking. And she's singing a song to herself. You can hear her sing the lines, "Ahead of winter's wind she came, the lovely woman with no name. Draped in fur-lined cloak of red, to the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's dead."
There.
I got 13 on my perception, by the way.
And then walking into the kitchen to ask about that song.
You can't be in here, but what do you want for breakfast?
I'm sorry. I just heard you singing this that cool song. What song is that?
Oh, it's a local story about 50 years ago. A mysterious woman in a red fur-lined cloak stopped at the tavern on her way to Lonely Wood. She was alone and frightened. The innkeepers at the time, my grandparents, tried to console her. They gave them a ring. She gave them a ring as payment. But then a howling wind burst into the tavern and tossed the woman around like a rag doll. My grandparents intervened, gave the woman enough time to escape. It knocked my grandparents unconscious, but nobody ever saw the woman again.
That's weird. Not a standard thing you see when do.
No. She paid them this ring, and she pulls a chain around her neck, and you can see a ring on a chain around her neck.
Is it like a nondescript ring, or is it a...
It is a fur-lined ring, and it's got two, like where the mark on the front of it would be. It's got like two ferrets, white ferrets, snuggling into each other.
I'm not gonna lie, it's adorable, but
Yes.
that's a weird ring.
Yes. It's I've had it a long time.
Well, if it was your grandparents, and I'm assuming your parents had it then, and then you had it.
Yes.
So, yeah. Anyone ever worn it?
Not since... Not since the woman gave it to my grandparents. I don't believe they ever put it on.
Any reason for that, or is it just heebie-jeebies?
I don't know.
Heebie-jeebies.
It's an interesting word to say.
It isn't. Heebie-jeebies. But yeah, I'm assuming you wouldn't be interested in getting it taken off your hands.
No.
But I'm assuming you probably want payment.
No, I wouldn't part with it. Yes.
It's your pay. I understand. I completely understand. Fine. Just go. Although I could offer to look into it magically for you to see if it's
you wouldn't need to
anything dangerous, so never to put it on. Or if you put it on and it's like, oh my god, it's amazing, I get 50 gold every day for just wearing it.
You don't need to take it for that, do you?
No, I need to take it for like 10, 11 minutes or so.
Okay, well, I cook you breakfast.
Yeah, great.
She takes the chain off and hands you the ring, but I want it back after.
Of course, I'll be right here. I mean, I'll even if you want, I'll even sit here in the kitchen and quickly do it while you're cooking.
If you don't make a mess, yes, that's fine.
I won't make a mess. I'll just be doing the thing.
She starts cooking whatever you and AJ have for breakfast.
Like full English, like a full fry up.
You don't have full English.
But with like a full fry up, but with like 4 eggs and 4 of everything.
Okay.
and I am going to ritually cast Identify.
Solid. Good plan. For everybody else, the smell of cooked breakfast starts to permeate the area around the kitchen. You pull out your ritual casting materials, you spread them out, you spend some time focusing on the ring, and at the end of the 10 minutes, 11 minutes to cast this spell, you discover this is a ring of warmth.
A ring of what?
A ring of warmth.
Warmth.
Very warm, like keeping yourself all warm up. Nice and hot.
If you wear this ring and attune to it, you gain resistance to cold damage, and you and everything you wear and carry are unharmed by temperatures as low as minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's a pretty good ring. Nice little inheritance right there.
I even start saying that as before I even tell her what the ring is. Just, oh, that's cool.
For anybody playing along who prefers Celsius, that's minus 45.555.
Dang.
Then I pick up the ring, run up to her.
Okay.
And right, this is a ring of warmth, and it not as much. You'll still take damage, but you can understand temperatures like minus, like really cold, like sub-zero temperatures. That's what it is.
I might have to start wearing that in this temperature.
It might be very useful, especially at this current time.
She takes the chain off of it and she places it on her finger, and
you'll have to like keep it on for a little bit, just so you'll tune.
Okay.
And it resonates with you. But after that, you'll be golden. You'll toasty warm. Or toastier warm, like I said. You'll probably still feel the cold a little bit.
She brings in breakfast for everybody.
I'm following her.
Carrion, she asks you to bring in your own breakfast.
I'm carrying a big plate of breakfast.
She lays plates down in front of all of you. Cherish, could you make me a perception check?
Okay. What's my perception? Is a +1. I got a 6, so it's a 7.
Okay. Could anybody else in the dining room? Everybody else can make me a perception check. It is a slightly higher DC for you all, because you don't know what you're looking for.
Including Carrion, or
including Carrion?
Because he was including Carrion.
And Dax arrived as well at this point.
I'm busy eating my breakfast and reading my sheets.
Yeah, everybody is in the dining room at this moment.
Oh, well done.
Nice.
So if you want to, Dax, you are welcome to make a perception check.
Yeah, it just seems to have froze for a second.
I'm sure it'll be along any minute now then.
7 centuries later.
2 years later.
Well, for the moment, Carrion and AJ, and we'll find out.
Oh.
Carrion and AJ. I am assuming Dax's perception isn't humongous. Let's find out.
It was an 11.
Not bad.
Okay, no.
17.
Carrion, AJ, and Dax. You all hear the sound of a robin singing outside the window.
Is that unusual?
Around these parts, it's a little bit odd.
I'm going to go to the window.
It's not like, you know, alert, suddenly a penguin's walking down the high street or something. But it's like a little unusual.
If that does happen, though, just stay out of their way and wave hello. That's the Colonel.
I'm going up to like a window or something to see if I can see this oddness.
Okay.
I'm still holding my breath.
You look out the window, Carrion, and with that 19, you can see the robin in a tree. And you can see...
Sharpening a knife.
And you can see underneath the tree, looking in, a man in a suit with a orange tie. And as he sees that you are the first one to the window, he touches a finger to his lips and just steps behind the tree and doesn't step out the other side.
Now, would Carrion tell one about this? I am going to return to the group. I'm going to return to the group, feeling for some reason that I should prepare for unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen consequences. Sorry, not circumstances. Been a while since I played Half-Life 2 episode 2. Anyway. And I'm just going to put my plate down, start eating my breakfast. There's a guy in a weird orange tie out there?
Orange tie.
That's... Sorry.
Mr.
What?
Freeman.
He must be really cold.
Just a tie.
He was in like a suit, and he was like had an orange tie, and there was a robin in the tree, like above him. And when he saw me, he kind of put his finger up to his lips, and then went behind the tree. It was really kind of weird.
That's
Brim kind of just pinches himself. Says, "No, not dreaming." Right. Which tree did you say?
Oh, the one just outside. One that there's literally right there. It's like kind of like pointing as best he can.
I'm just gonna poke
big tree?
my head out.
I'm also going to poke my head out.
Carrion's going to
Charles gets
continue.
pretty curious.
You both see a robin just flutter out of the tree.
Here's left hand.
Cherish quickly, just power walks it out a bit. Just goes outside to that tree.
I'll follow.
You're just going to find carved into the tree, sup, bitches.
Bitches. She's just gonna, look around. And I'm assuming she noticed the robins there.
You did see the robin fly off.
Also, I sent you something, John.
I saw.
Is there anything else that she noticed about robins? So I just look at her and say, is it normal to have robins here?
They're not unusual to this environment.
I'm assuming that's what Bren responds.
They're not out of place.
No.
Cherish, how far out of the do you go up to the tree?
I roughly go up to the tree, yeah. Just probably 5 feet away from it.
On the other side of the tree, facing away from the inn, stood up on the branches, leaning against the tree, wearing a suit with an orange tie, Where have you been, Cherish Love?
Didn't expect you to have that kind of outfit, lovely.
What were you expecting?
Should I?
Um,
I feel like
oh,
I shouldn't be here for this.
I'm sorry, Brim. This is my partner. This is Firion.
Very nice to meet you.
Right? Yeah.
He jumps out, like he steps out of the tree, and the tree sort of, the branch of the tree folds down to the ground, and he just sort of steps off of it as if it's a step.
Right. Brimtham. Brim to my friends, though.
You can call me, Varian, to my friends.
Yeah.
Your friends.
The Dawn Walker.
Right?
Oh, so you. Oh, you don't have to whack your full name in there.
It's, a title. We're very big on titles.
Karen's now stood at the door of the tavern just eating his breakfast.
I feel like I should. You know.
So, sorry, I thought they'd want to know.
Cherish, do you need. You okay?
Yeah. Mind if I just speak with them privately?
Say
I'll
no
come
more.
back in later.
And Brim turns back around. Just goes, right, get back in there, you. Still got breakfast to eat, you're not eating at a table.
It's good breakfast.
Save the for me, please. Don't gobble them all up.
I'll make sure you save your plate.
Where have you been,
I
Cherish
just turned
dear?
to.
You had me
I
worried.
told you. I know, but I told you I'm looking for my sister and my brother.
On your own?
Yeah. I mean, my mother's not going to do anything, is she?
I wasn't expecting her
Mine's
to do
gonna
anything,
go
no. You are travelling with this new group, yes?
Yeah, it seems like an oddly group, but they seem to. I help them, they help me.
They're taking
how
care
it's
of you?
always been. Yeah, they are.
All of them?
I guess. Two of them I've hired to guide me into these towns, so since I don't know Icewind Dale that very well.
And the others?
They came as a tag along to help fighting something in the mines. Ever since then, they seem to be acquaintances of mine now. Someone I can trust.
You could have asked for my assistance.
I don't like it that way. Especially that where, I don't like asking much. Like take my things the other way.
I would be happy to lend you some of my power, my sweet.
You know what?
It'll keep you alive in this desolate environment. I would be so heartbroken were something to happen to you and I hadn't assisted.
Yeah, I think you're right. I didn't really want to ask. I was planning to, but I think not knowing where my sister and my brother is, I think this is going to be a bit bigger than I thought.
Do you accept my power?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
You will work
Let's
on
do it.
behalf of the Dawn Walker.
We're married. Remember?
We have to be formal about some things.
Like, sure.
Yes. Here we go.
Here we go again!
He
I had to get your hand up, guys.
He crosses the distance. He pulls you into a hug and he kisses you, and for a second your eyes glow orange.
Right.
And then he disappears, and you're left stood there, the scent of pumpkins in the air. And you slightly stumble forward as suddenly you were being held up by this person who suddenly disappeared. And with that, we'll call this session to a close, and you guys have hit level 2.
Yeah!
I'm waiting for this.
I am like warlock! Casablanca! I'm a warlock now.
It'd be funny if you'd go through all that and then not level up.
Yeah.
You're like, that's like just like.
I'll give you my power in
in a few
100
weeks.
XP.
In a few weeks.
No, you guys have hit level 2 for clearing the mine. You've got a couple of quests to be going out and about and doing.
In a boot.
In a boot. And with that, we will call this session to a close. Later on in the day, the mines are certified as empty. You successfully cleared them, and they come back and they pay you the money that you were owed.
60 gold.
60 gold pieces.
The other I needed to tell you is 10 gold each.
So I should note that down
Nice.
for AJ. Sorry, Sean. What was it that you got earlier?
It was 6 gold each, and we had 4 left over.
So 16 gold total for AJ.
So 10 and 6.
So, thank you guys in the chat so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way that you can support us and an excellent way that you know when we go live on the channel. Slightly shorter week than normal for things that we're streaming this week because I am away for most of it. Tomorrow night, I'll be back with more Minecraft Mondays as Chris and I start to set up a base in hell.
Sounds great to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, they're going to Dagenham.
We need to get zinc machines up and running, which means we need souls. I apparently didn't know how you refine zinc. Apparently it requires soul.
Yeah, everyone knows that. That's the zinc processing plants in real life. Use souls, it's very, very hard to do.
On Thursday, if Angel is feeling better, she's been feeling rough for the last 2 weeks. Hopefully now with some antibiotics, she'll be back fighting fit and will continue Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. On Friday, Jeff, you'd mentioned a game.
Yeah, I think I'd go for Deliver Us the Moon. I've already played through it, but it's amazing, and I think it's worth doing on stream.
Okay. And then we'll be back with either Minecraft Monday next week or Satisfactory or some other game on the Tuesday night. Stay tuned to the social medias to find out when we're back.
Sorry, guys.
The next D&D that is on the channel will be this again in like 2 weeks' time. Where we will continue this adventure as you set out on the open road. But for now, we're going to do a raid. If I could find where it's put the raiding button. We're going to do a raid at Ms. Luna Magic, who is doing some just chatting at the moment. So go give Luna some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. For now, so long. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.